everyone? This is the first ever Lone Wolf review. Ow. Pedro, every single time I say Lone Wolf, I need to hear ow.
Oh, so
Every
you want
single
me
time.
to do? I thought you wanted Lone Wolf.
No, it is Lone Wolf. I don't know
Oh.
what you're talking right now.
Oh, okay.
Every single time I say Lone Wolf, you need to be like oh
Got it.
in the background.
Cool.
Just like how our favorite character Hawk from
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, the eagle comes out of nowhere.
Cool. All right. I'm out of here until the howling.
Hello, everyone. This is Armando. I'll be reviewing Angry Birds 2 Lone Wolf, baby.
Ow!
There we go. Hell yeah. This is so good.
I wasn't ready for it. I had to quickly
All right, ladies and gents. So I'm going to give you 1 out of 5, a quick recap of the movie, my quick thoughts about it. Very spoiler-free. I won't get into the spoilers. I mean, maybe I will. Who knows? It's a wild card. It's a Lone Wolf review.
Ow!
So, I'll start off with 1 out of 5. I'll give this movie a... You know what, man? It's tough. I would say 3.5, but it could also be a 4 if I'm in a generous mood. So I'll start it off by saying that the first Angry Birds movie was pretty good. Like I remember, I have a kid, so I watched it all the time by myself. I mean, not by myself, with my kid. So it was a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. And I think the second one is a little bit better in the sense of like it's more. I guess there's more adult themes to it. So there's more adult jokes to it also. So I think I enjoyed that a lot. There's one scene, I can't remember clearly which one it was, but man, I was bawling. It was really funny. My kid enjoyed it, so if you have kids, you definitely could take your kids to go watch Angry Birds 2. I mean, I think both of you will enjoy it, adults as much as kids. Overall, like the characters were great. They brought back the same cast from their first Angry Birds. So you have the same people back here again, with new characters, of course, new villains. Which the first movie you had the pigs who were villains, but now the pigs they team up with the birds to go after the eagles. So I think that was pretty. That's a different dynamic, especially if you play the Angry Bird game. You do like if you remember how it kind of started growing and they started adding new characters or whatever, and then I think this is kind of like the same. You see those characters you saw when the game was blowing up and they started adding new characters. You see it now in the movie, which was pretty. I thought that was pretty interesting. The voice acting was on point. I don't think there was one person that sucked in the voice acting game in this movie, and I think they all have done more voice work apart from this movie, which I feel like they all grown in their voice work. I was a little bit thrown off by I think Leslie Jones, which is the villain, quote unquote, of the movie. She is the main the boss eagle. I wouldn't say that her voice work was bad, but I would say that I don't think it was as good as the rest of the cast. Josh Gad was great. His sister, which is the lady, which is Rachel Bloom, I believe, and she's the one from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. And if you guys haven't seen that show, it's pretty good. You should watch it. So small recap of the movie. Essentially, after the first movie, the pigs and the birds go out their way, after the quote unquote war. So they're all kind of living peacefully. And, the red bird is kind of just like, hey man, I'm tired of, I missed the fame that I had when I saved the world. So I guess he's just trying to find a way to recapture that fame or that feeling he had when he had the fame. So, the beginning of the movie is pretty slow in the sense that it tries to catch you up to all these characters once again. So you of course, like the first 15-20 minutes are probably 15 minutes are probably like the slowest part of the movie. But as soon as they meet up with the birds again, it picks up and it gets better and funnier. So I would say like 15 minutes in, the movie gets really good. So I definitely I enjoyed those moments because the beginning was a little bit too slow for me. And then you get introduced to the new characters, which is the eagles, and their island. So essentially, in the movie, what ends up happening is that again, Red is trying to capture his fame that he had, and then the pigs are just kind of like on the lookout for anything that could happen to them, and they notice the eagles, and they're like, well, we need to stop the eagles because it seems like they're trying to attack us or whatever, and then they get attacked by the eagles, and then the eagles are just tired of kind of quote unquote living because the eagles, I guess, island is iced over. Essentially, it's like a Arctic island, and they're just tired of living in the Arctic, and they want to go live in the heat, where the tropical places where the birds and the pigs are. So the whole point is kind of like to invade and take over those islands. So that's the genesis of the movie. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed seeing all these characters again. But definitely, if you've seen the first one, I highly recommend you guys to go see the second one. It is, yeah, it's pretty much a continuation, but I think it's a better continuation of the first one. So definitely go see that. Apart from that, I highly recommend it. So go watch what you can. It didn't do that good in the box office. I think it lost against to the Good Boys. So that's kind of fucking huge, actually. Like, they lost to an indie movie, a quote unquote franchise movie, and I think it did worse box office wise than their first movie, which is kind of crazy. But other than that, ladies and gents, this is the Lone Wolf review of Angry Birds 2. Go watch it.